Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. My name is Calvin, but I go by many names here on the podcast. You may know me as Dimitri the Ringmaster, or as the slightly crazy Moon Sister, or as disgruntled innkeeper number 3. You get the idea. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and adult themes. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Now, take it away, Pothole. Pothole. I know, I had food in my mouth. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever hear. I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these people play the game along with me. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, guys.
I don't feel comfortable after that these people introduction, but okay, because we got to do it. This is Drew. I play Zeph. That's what I got. Zeph, he's a draconian.
Yeah, I'm glad that this is the energy that we're putting forth at the start of the episode. I'm Will, I play Glyph, and I'm a lizard folk artificer.
Done.
Oh, yeah. I'm the other Will. I play Aramer, the Leonin Blood Hunter.
Next.
Hey guys, it's Preston. I'm finally back. I play...
Smelling like pizza.
Not anymore.
He quit that job.
I know.
It's
just...
I thought we were gonna say you took a shower or something.
No, I don't do those.
He doesn't shower.
Anyways, I play... I forgot who do I play. I play Lucius Kane, Asmar Warlock.
I'm Liz. I play Ohiana the Tiefling Bard.
I'm Michelle, and I play Kenneth Quinn, and I have a saltwater taffy in my mouth.
Yeah, for the listeners,
probably should have eaten that before we started.
Probably should have.
Pack it like a dip.
This
Pack it like a dip.
Worst
this is how.
snack for like a podcast.
I didn't set it out. That's the craziest thing.
Michelle set out
It's so good.
Mountain of saltwater taffy for us.
It's so good.
While we play this podcast.
I really hope that somebody hears this and goes, I haven't had saltwater taffy in forever, and then like renews their letter.
no.
We get
And
sponsored
Michelle,
This episode
Where
is
can they
brought
get
to
some
you by
saltwater taffy?
Uranus.
Fudge Factory, located somewhere in the middle of Missouri.
I'm gonna stop you right there. That's not true. We're not sponsored by them. It's not brought to you by them because they don't know anything about this. But if they want to sponsor, they're more than welcome to contact us.
Hey, listeners, check them out online and then tell them that we shouted them out.
Yes. Yeah. Have them.
Hey, give us those 3 wacky numbers on the back of your credit card.
Quick question before we get started.
Yeah.
Whenever I go to anywhere that I use my debit card, can I just offer a barter and say, like, hey, I'm a part of a podcast, and we would love to have you be our sponsor. So this could just be on the house, and I'll shout you out next week.
100%. If you get anybody to do that, I will be more than impressed.
So,
I've already
congratulations, the
messaged 4
podcast is
people
paying our
on
tithes
Facebook
next week.
Marketplace.
Hey, this is Brett. I'm trying to sell my
Brought to you by Church of the Broken.
TV. Sponsored by whatever the feedback.
And with that imagery and whatever other frivolity we have, let's go ahead and jump into episode 24 of the Godscar Chronicles.
It's the Jack Bauer episode?
Let's go.
It's a school
And a
bus.
school bus.
But
Elvin,
not
you used to drive a school bus.
right, but we're not
How
an
many times have
actual
you just
school
ramped
bus.
over?
We're Wild Magic School. You know what? Last time we were here,
Sick joke.
the party had successfully acquired a new companion. A member from the old Draconian Order, known as Balefire, had been discovered within Mecha City and had been persuaded to come with them for a time, as it seems as though his memory is going and his stability in his infused magics are starting to be on the fritz.
Going to Fritz?
So the party on the fritz.
Like not waning, just like... going crazy?
Yes.
Okay.
As the party took precautions to make sure that he was stable for the time being, took him to Professor Stowe to see if the professor could analyze these magics that were interfering with them and how to potentially solve that. And while doing all of this, uncovered a very interesting secret that reveals a lot of interesting facts and removes a lot of the lore that our Draconian Ordnance fellows thought that they had. Discovering that they didn't fail in a so-and-so guarding mission, that they actually were saved by their creator in his attempt to keep them from being sold to the highest bidder. But that is where we kind of pick up tonight, with the party now learning of all this after visiting with Professor Stowe and getting a good night's sleep at the Noble Lantern Inn, where you have your extended stay, and trying to figure out what the next step is now that you have not one but two companions, as Alromir the Blood Hunter has also joined them for the time being after completing his very secret and very mysterious mission that no one knows about.
What do you do?
Not even the DM.
I look forward to the chapters, just the two of you.
No one I'm gonna have everyone leave the table for the next 30 minutes while I have Aramir do a story.
Cool, I got my softball glove.
Yeah, you guys go play catch for a while. We'll do this. Okay, so you guys have awoken the next morning with this new information fresh on your minds and a potential new path or some other follow-up paths to take. The choice will be yours.
Will be or is?
Morning.
I assume it will be.
All right. Yep. Morning. Yep. Here we go.
Yep, top of it too, yeah.
Yep.
So I think we decided Balefire should stay safe with what's her name?
Which one?
Boys.
You're talking about Gale?
Gilwin.
Oh, Lady Tolliver.
So let's let's go ahead and take him to her and maybe see if we can get provisioned up and go take a look at what actually happened at the mines.
Yeah. Quick question. Do we happen to know how long of a journey that is, or are we just going to kind of like, oh, it's east?
I think we should find out, yeah?
I think that'd be a good
Way
idea.
we know how to provision up.
Are you guys in your room, or are you guys out?
Sure, this is a private conversation.
Okay.
Okay, yep, yeah, Paul's being real shitty. He's a big morning person, so I gotta keep telling him to shut up or I'm gonna drain his tank, so...
Hey guys, it's me, Tabidi. Water Whip.
No, hey guys, it's me, Tabidi, Water Whip.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Nice.
Feel free to vote online. There will be a poll when this episode comes out. Who did the voice better?
Oh my god. No way.
Oh.
Yeah, Roland, I think we should join everyone else now, kind of see what they want to do.
Yeah.
Yep. No.
Okay, so you guys gather together down in the tavern. I'd say it's about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. Most patrons are either out the door for the day or still sleeping, so the tavern itself is fairly empty, save for the innkeeper who's currently working up near the front counter, and one other barmaid who's working on sweeping up some of the floors. But you guys find a table big enough to accommodate all of you, and you can discuss what you want to do next.
Okay.
Breakfast.
Yeah, do we have cereal? Is there cereal? Does cereal exist?
Fruit Loops.
This is an industrial society.
Well, granola for sure, right?
Yeah, I will take granola.
Sure, I would say a type of oat
That's hella
cereal
expensive, though.
could be.
Bro, I
Unhealthy
throw
food
gold
is
for
always
just
less.
smiling at me, okay?
Oats
he wakes
would
up in the
be
morning
oats would be
and
easy to
gold
come by.
falls
Oats would be fairly easy to come by. Yeah, but you can get like an oatmeal-esque type thing if you want it.
Some kid just runs out to the stable and grabs a little from one of the horses.
Honestly,
want, mister?
It's pretty softened.
I'll take a couple of blood oranges. Sorry.
Easy enough to acquire.
so okay.
And rats. Blood oranges and rats.
I'm sorry, guys. I've been like kind of dissociating for the past couple days. What is like the next direction that we're
wanna
going
recap?
to? What? No, I was here for all of it. I talked to.
So Balefire here.
Yeah. Are you talking about the 200-pound grenade at the table.
What is a grenade?
Dragonborn.
Grenade?
I mean, he's kind of like waiting to explode. No offense, Balefire.
None taken.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, he's pretty intense.
He's aware of the situation. Yeah.
Hi, Bellfire.
Pleasure.
Nice.
I hate
So like, from what I barely remember through the haze of my dissociation state, like, so like, do we know that the like about the information that you guys got or no? Or you guys
Well, let me remind you what information we got. Previously, we were told that we
failed a mission.
Right, failed to.
But you didn't
protect all of our kind.
Your dad like teleported you all out.
Yes. We were being attacked by.
And the Union Loki lied and took advantage of you guys.
Wait, what was the last part?
The Union, because
yeah.
Straight up lied.
And it turns out they wanted to turn us into super soldiers, which they did.
I mean, you guys are.
Wiped on memories.
Yep.
What?
Yep, Boxcar 17 Indigo, you know.
Alright, well, if it makes you feel any better, I don't remember anything before 12 years old, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of
doesn't make anybody feel better. Like, that's not like a feel-good thing.
Well, I mean, I was hoping that I thought we could connect on.
Right, no.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, there's a sympathetic thing going on.
Okay, cool, sweet.
Is it sympathetic or empathetic?
I don't know.
Empathetic is feeling the pain of another.
Sympathetic. We can actually we relate to it.
Well, if you get shot, I don't feel it.
Don't at us, by the way.
like-
If you do know the difference between the two and what we're saying is inappropriate, we're the professionals here.
Don't put your
start a
It's our
podcast.
podcast.
No,
we're
no.
entertainers.
No. That's okay.
You know
So-
what
We
that's
don't want
why-
your input or feedback.
You 100% got that back.
I read something online that said the best way to like gain traction as a podcast is to directly aggress your podcast listeners.
Yeah.
So guess what,
geniuses.
Carrie? We don't know the difference.
Please don't let there be anyone named Carrie who listens to
There
this.
is for sure.
No.
Berries and
Yeah.
carrots, yeah.
Berries and carrots?
She's a very kind person.
Okay, so she's going to take that as
Yeah,
a
she
joke.
probably
It
lied.
was meant to be. Okay.
We have caused a blood feud.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, you pretty much got it right.
Okay.
So we need
All right.
Balefire. He's not in a good way, so we want him to be somewhere safe from the Union. So we thought the best place for that would be at House Tolliver with
Okay.
Gale win.
Antwerp Tolliver. Gale win.
Gale win.
Gale win Tolliver.
Okay, so we just gotta go over to Galen's place, and then we're gonna go over to the labs or whatever.
I mean, it's not really over so much as around and through and under, and it's a long, it's
It's
not
like
close.
up and over.
Yeah.
It's a ways.
You know, it's not like we're going, oh, boop, we're over here, we made it. Like, if the map was folded in, like, 7 pieces, it'd be right here, but if you actually stretch the map out, there's a pretty...
We're going to distance.
Wouldn't that be amazing if you
We're going
take
for
2
speed.
points and bend
Going for
space
speed?
and time?
Airship.
Oh, teleportation.
Vampires all alone.
Airship, but this time I shoot the pirates out the sky so they can't go on our ship and hurt people.
Actually, none of that sounds like a bad idea.
What
which is-
about a land ship?
Land ship?
Hey,
a couple of
Fewer
ways.
sky pirates.
What about land pirates, man?
I mean,
Hey,
bandits
listen,
are a bunch of bitches.
I can drive us.
You can drive?
I can do.
We can what road trip?
Look, we'll swap off drivers.
All right, so when you get tired, you can rest your second eyelids, and then I
Hot, right, yeah, hot
Yep.
swap. Right,
Yep.
we don't even stop moving.
can never.
I
No.
jump back.
And I'll be
Actually,
like, I'll go over, you go under, and then we'll.
At the Hardy Brothel, a hot swap is way different.
Not anymore.
I missed that.
You wait for that episode to come out. We were...
Why? Did you hear that from your mom or something?
Whoa.
Well, obviously he doesn't remember anything about his mom.
Now that you bring it up, we don't really know how mother
All
was.
right, shit, that's not
But
funny.
you guys come out. Oh, you guys don't even know if you
And
come
my
out.
shoulders visibly drop.
You cry a little bit. Lizard tears. They're really, really
Crocodile
small.
tears, if you will.
Yeah. Man, I start like sympathetically crying with you, but like it's also super dry because I'm
Are you
basically a corpse.
empathetically crying or sympathetically crying?
There's no way.
I cry
to
even
tell.
more.
You try really hard to cry and it's just
Yeah.
blood.
Oh, this is worse.
You're like forcing, you're like squeezing so hard to get your True Decks to do it, and it just like starts.
Oh, guys, it's happening again. Okay.
Oh, take it
It's
back a
happening
notch.
again.
Take it back a notch. Suck that blood back up in. No, there you go. I figured you could do it.
Just jam my finger to my eye.
I know it's stupid, but there's a scene in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs where the really tough guy's about to cry, and his tears rolling down. He's like,
Oh, yeah.
this would be a time to cry, but not today. Get back in there, and they're like sucks it
That was
back in.
funny. I love that.
That's
makes
an
me-
underrated film.
It is.
Yeah, it
Underrated
is. It
film.
is. It's very fun.
But I digress. So,
Anything else to say, or shall we magically appear at House Tolliver?
Well, you can teleport.
No.
But narratively,
Smash cut!
It's called a narrative teleportation.
It's called a what?
Narrative
I love that.
teleportation.
Narrative teleportation.
old
I
fat.
cast narrative teleportation.
Only a DM can cast it, but it's actually pretty efficient.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
ninth
Pay
level
our bill,
spell.
then go.
Ninth level spell. Okay, so you...
We all look at Lucius as you say, let's pay our bill.
why are you guys
You're
looking at
not
me?
willing to have money falling out of your literal pockets.
I thought. Well, I
Got it. 2 gold. Out of my... Yep.
Everyone was smiling and looking at me, and I was just taking it in. I
He
don't.
used to be a lot more generous.
What? I
Yeah.
start hyperventilating and like. I have to go.
I'll go ahead and pay
The smash cut is the panic on Lucius' face. The background slowly changes, and now he's hyperventilating in front of House Tolliver.
Okay.
As that is where we've found ourselves.
Have we not passed out yet?
That's what everyone else is ordering too. It's been doing it for 8 hours. How's that? It's weird.
Constitution saving throw, right?
No.
All right, so you guys arrive with your compatriots at House Tolliver. Easy enough to gain entrance, as you are at this point pretty well recognized to some of the staff.
We are icons.
Yeah, and to others, you're literally employed there. So
I can give back the package.
Look at me.
yes, and you can return the package that you picked up for. Okay, so. Arriving there, you guys wait a few minutes before being escorted to what looks to be sort of like a dining hall of some kind. Not probably a main dining hall, probably one of the side ones. A little less ostentatiously designed, but also still adequate for meetings and such. As you all kind of take a seat at the long table. The war room. After about 5 minutes or so, Galen emerges from one side of the room. She seems to be wearing a little less of a starchy kind of like royalty uniform and a little more of like something you wear around the house, something a little bit longer silks, still maintaining position, but a little more breathability, you'd think. But
One of
she
those mid-century hostess outfits.
Sure. She approaches and has a seat at one end of the table, looking at all of you. As she sits down, she seems to be working on some. She has a couple of rolls of parchment. She sits down next to her. She sits in her seat and looks at all of you. Good morning. I trust all has been well since we last spoke.
I'm a good person.
Is he all right?
He hasn't been paying the bill like he should.
Yep. It's been kind of weird to witness, but you know.
Luke starts crying.
We've established that he has one thing to do in this group, and he's not doing it.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, beyond paying for stuff, everything else is kind of just like a la carte.
Yeah. I mean, we can all do not paying for stuff.
Yeah, I mean, someone's got to be the one to be like, you know what, I think I'm going to be the pay for stuff guy.
We thought that was your gifting.
Well, you guys need to communicate next time.
You know, this is an
Fair
opportunity for a relationship to grow as a party.
It really is.
I'd be gaslit.
Sorry, Gawain, sorry.
Indeed.
We'll take care of that.
Quite all right. Right. So, exactly what do I owe the pleasure?
Meet Balefire.
How do you do, Mr. Balefire?
Oh, he's just Balefire. You don't need to Mr. him.
Very well.
That's his dad. He's told us, I think.
In theory, we've never met him either.
Balefire looks.
I thought we were created. Well, figurative father. Like, you know,
Like an emotion.
heart father.
Yeah.
Like,
Like a heart
you know
song.
how
Like
we
a
all
heart
have a
song.
heart song.
Yeah, like a heart song. Yeah, that
he's
makes
like
sense.
the composer of the
The hard daddy, yeah.
Well, that was Emeraldi.
Right, Papa. Emerald.
Emeraldi's not dead.
Well, we like to kind of like think about it.
It's a whole new can of.
I mean, do you
for me.
know your father?
I don't think I have. I think we're detracting here. Yes, I would agree. So, Mr. Balefire here. What is he a part of your group now? What's?
I'd say.
I mean, we were wondering if you'd want him to be part of your group, since we're taking one of your other guards for a little bit.
I don't understand. What?
Look, and I tell the whole story of Balefire.
Okay.
Near
Yep. don't know if that's
Luke
how
starts
you...
clapping at them.
That's great narrative. I see. So what is your plan with Balefire then?
Well, he's struggling, and the Union needs to not find him, and
I agree.
we were wondering if he could be in your care to minimize the stress that he's under, to perhaps prolong his decline until we can find a solution.
I see.
Keep him safe and well cared for.
And you believe that I could provide this better than your group could? I mean, I certainly could provide him with a place to stay, but I can't keep eyes on him, and I certainly don't have enough contacts in order to do that effectively. It seems as though whatever he's done in the city has put several sets of eyes on him.
So you think it would be best if he skedaddled with us?
I'm assuming you are planning to leave. To seek out
Right,
this.
that's the other side of it, right.
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna go.
Well, if you're
find
leaving
out.
town, the best way to remove, suspicion, well, not suspicion, but the best way to remove the eyes of unwantedness on you would be to abscond as yes, and he would be much safer in your group. You would be able to keep an eye on him.
Really good idea.
Also, he looks like you could hurt people.
I mean, we've seen him hurt a lot of things.
In the best way.
Oh, like in a helpful way?
Yeah, in a helpful way.
Well, Balefire, what do you think? Are you
Do you like
up
violence?
for coming with us to, see if we can find out more about what happened?
Heading back to Viik-Faraan.
Yes,
How'd you
sir.
feel about immolating some idiots on the way, maybe? Well, worst case scenario, I'm not saying like I'd love for someone to attack us, but, if it were...
Skyrits, right? We call them Skyrits.
Yeah, the ones up high, but the ones down low.
Is that catchy though? Like I just want to.
I think Skyrits
Skyrits
works.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Skyrits, okay, nice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What do you call the ground ones?
A deer.
Grindlets? Groundlets.
Groundlings? I
Do
think
we
that's
call,
a
like-
improv studio.
Or bandits?
Ooh, I've never heard that one before.
Wait,
Oh, right.
They play the instrument?
I think you've just come up with a new word. They're called bandits.
Whoa! We all just clap.
If you're heading back, I mean, if we can find it, then I'd like to know where it is. See if maybe we can recover what we lost.
Do you guys have like blankies?
All right, Gerwin, do you think you could, as this mission, yes, it is important to us, but it is also important to bring to light some of the worst aspects of the plans of the Union, potentially. We're wondering if you could divert some of your many resources to assist.
I can certainly do what I can. You've proven more than adequate in helping me in my line of work. What do you need?
That's us. I'm proud of us.
Well, we were thinking.
Is that praise?
Probably. What do we need? Like a vehicle to make the travel easier.
Yep, we would need it. Yep.
Blood smear.
Other than that, some requisitions. Balefire, we know how you do combat. You might need to run that by everyone else. Make sure they know that there is a blast radius to just about everything that you do.
Oh, yeah.
Codename Blast Radius.
No, codename's Balefire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did we call like a special move like Blast Radius? I was thinking we have to incorporate that.
I mean, you could call it the blast radius. Maybe, I don't know. Kenneth, you could like fire an arrow through like a flaming wall he's made or something.
I think that would burn the arrow up immediately.
No, the arrow would catch on fire and not be completely incinerated till it's inside of the chest.
The shaft is made of wood, so that would burn up first.
Yeah, but it's going to be...
And my fires are pretty...
Guys, I
pretty
know
intense,
how to...
so
I'm not
if it's a
having this...
metal-
Okay.
I know how to fix this.
Yeah, that was a pretty
Galen, can we have some
bad
metal
idea.
Listen, we have plenty of time to discuss these terrible ideas as we travel.
Yes,
that's
some
I agree.
sort of vehicle would be the most advantageous.
I was
Airship.
thinking dog sled. Oh, airship.
Air dogs.
I mean...
Airbud.
Hey, not to be like the fly in the ointment, but do we know
Freeze frame.
where we're going? Because some airships don't go over certain places.
Directions.
Some places have jurisdiction here, over there. If we were on wagons, technically we wouldn't have to worry about
That sounds like you're making most of
land
this stuff
pirates.
up.
Well,
The law doesn't belong in the sky.
I've
No.
seen.
Oh, and
Kenny's
that's
a
how
libertarian.
Michelle got arrested on an airplane.
Take the
Straight
sky from
anarchist.
Can't catch us in the sea, can't catch us in the air.
I'm over international waters. It
I
doesn't
am a
matter.
sovereign citizen.
I'll pay my taxes.
Listen, I'm not.
I pay my bills. My bills are paid.
That was a joke.
You may have the land, but
Drew,
we have
you
the
are
sky.
really trying to retcon that was a joke.
Yeah,
I
you-
cannot stress enough. I was being facetious.
Fictitious.
It's being fictitious.
We all are.
We all are.
Yeah.
Literally in a fantasy world right now.
We all hate.
I mean, maybe like we've seen a bunch of those automated vehicles that run around here. Maybe you got like a big tanked up one. Like,
with guns. Wait, what are guns?
Oh, those are
Cannons.
nice.
Oh yeah, those are
harpoons,
guns.
Cannons, projectiles,
I have guns in my
lots
hands.
of
Harpoons would be cool.
armor.
Oh yeah, you're right. Harpoons would be pretty
And a turret at the
For
top.
land sharks.
A turret at the top that can help Balefire
all right, so what
direct
exact-
his fire weapons without harming anyone around.
Like a cone, like a little.
It's gonna take us 6 months to commission this.
Just a wish list.
All right, listen. Gailwyn's eyes are rolling in the back of her head right now. You all
She's
right,
actually
man?
gone. She walked away.
But she's like
Idiots.
writing stuff down in the other room, just like listening to us still, but like the door's open, but they're
This
like.
tiny little wagon just comes out of the door she just walked out.
That's all I can afford right now.
She shows her notes and it's just all work and no play makes Galen a dull girl. Like, oh my god! We've driven her insane.
Galen kind of considers for a minute. I could see what I could procure as transportation. Where do you know exactly where you're headed, though?
Oh, we do.
We know the
Directions.
name. I mean, it's called Viik-Faraan, but near.
In the middle of a wasteland, not a lot around it. Former mine,
There are several former mining.
Faraan.
The problem is that there are several mining towns that used to be closer to the dwarves themselves, but most of their information has been lost to time, being that we had to pull back from them whenever the Brasslands became their own nation, and we began a treaty with the dwarves when it comes to the Deep Iron.
I wonder if we could get better information from our friend at the university.
But you
Oh,
do.
that's a good
Or if
idea.
we should just go looking from town to town.
was about
I
to
mean, ghost town to ghost town. Ghost mine to ghost mine.
I mean, here's the thing. It could take like a week to get from one to the next to the next to the next, depending on how far apart they are.
And what could we learn about ourselves and each other during that time? I think it would be a
It
waste
strengthened the
to
bonds of
talk-
friendship.
yeah.
You're not wrong about that.
Well, if you're traveling on foot, knowing exactly where you're going to go would be beneficial. Traveling by air means you can cover a lot more ground if you're looking in a more general radius.
Right,
that
that we could
is.
see things from the sky and drop down and check them out.
You know,
Right.
Jamar might know a little bit better than we do with like maps and stuff. If you're a
Oh,
traveling person, you usually know where places are. So.
That's a good point.
It's true.
Right.
We'd have to figure out how to kind of grease Jim Bart's hinges. I know he's our friend, but I don't think he'd be willing to do like a crazy long mission just for
Well,
fun.
he doesn't have to.
We're-
If he could
we're-
just tell us where to head, we can figure out our transportation otherwise.
That's true,
Yeah,
yeah.
It's true as well.
And depending on where you go, you'll be encroaching on dwarven territory, which is.
Restricted airspace.
Yeah, it is mostly frowned
you
upon
guys speak
unless you are.
And as you say that, I just fist pump and point at Kenneth. Told you.
It is mostly frowned upon. The treaty with the dwarves stipulates that we don't cross into their territory only through agreed upon means, which would be the Black Way, which is where
The Black Way.
the Black Way. It's the main road that leads to Krakodar, the land of the dwarves.
Well, the dwarves would know where the dwarven mine site would be.
Fort Blackhold is on the edge of the Black Way. It is our last line of peaceful defense, I guess you could call it, before leading into dwarven territory, and is the only way any of our any of our enterprise is allowed to enter or exit through Crocodile.
Okay, and the city that's like in the center or whatever, like I said, guys, like maybe the dwarves would know where the dwarven dig site is. So
Yeah, I mean, it could very well
That's a good
be
start.
hey, you guys know you like to tunnel through mines and stuff. Is there a place that you guys don't go explicitly? Because that would probably be exactly where we.
But I
need to
think
go.
you have to ask them in song, like really deep voice song. Have you seen?
No, you got to do it in Dwarvish, mate. You got to do it in Dwarvish.
I don't
Oh, I
know
switched to
if
Dwarvish.
Did you speak Dwarvish? I speak Dwarvish.
I don't know
No,
if
you don't, because you don't speak common.
Languages, Draconic Dwarvish. Yeah, it says I don't speak Common, but I'm going to retcon that.
we're not retconning 24 episodes of you
Exactly.
not being able to speak to everybody
Yeah, so
or
we just
having
need to reenact
Oh my
everything
gosh,
we've done this
no!
entire
It's just been Pothole like writing, like dictating for you, and just holding
No.
up a placard everywhere that you guys have gone.
Oh my gosh, and I'm the only one who can understand him.
Yeah.
And the rest, everyone else is just like blankly staring or
Just like-
trying to make out what Pothole
It's
is
just like
writing.
gnashing.
Just like I know that word. I think I know that sound.
It's a lot of
No,
parcel
you know
time.
Common. We're just gonna We're just calling it. You know
I'm gonna
Common.
go ahead and fix that.
go ahead
real
and
quick.
put that
Nice
in.
try,
And
Drew.
Dwarvish?
Drew was pissed because I know Dwarvish and he doesn't. He's like, "Ugh, you're
What do you know?
If you're
Common
speaking
and
Draconic,
Draconic.
I would have.
You only know 2 languages.
It's one of the
at dwarvish, bro.
3
Screw
languages
it.
I know how to speak.
Right,
Well,
lore.
keep that in your pocket for now. If we need to make an adjustment to your character later because of what Will
All of a
did.
sudden, I know Dwarvish.
Well, okay.
No. It's fine.
Well, maybe it's a locked memory, bro.
Everyone knows I play very strictly by the rules, and Will does.
Your DM may add or remove languages from that list depending on what languages are appropriate for your campaign. Guess who speaks Common, Drew?
You forced it upon me.
Yeah, that's fair. That's all.
Anyhow, Gaelwyn continues. If you're heading closer to the border, may I suggest Metal City? It is the last mainstay of civilization before you reach the smaller towns and villages. At least it's one of the last ones I'm aware of.
Can you spell that?
Metal.
What? Are you serious? Dude, are you kidding me? Did you procrastinate this week?
No. Metal has been in the land since I created this place.
So you
Every other one
procrastinated, like,
is
6
like
months ago.
apostrophe crunching, and this is Metal City.
Metal.
Metal. Could be
There's a little thing on the E. There's a little swoosh on the E.
It's like
There's
naming like an elven
a
city,
comma to
like
the top
all
on the
these.
E.
It could have been
Yeah.
Mechthalle.
Why would I do that?
Why do you? Yeah. I'm about to go down a rabbit trail if I'm not careful.
Listen, when you create as much crap as I have in a world that doesn't exist, sometimes you take a couple shortcuts to get to achieve the result you want.
It's understandable.
Thank
Not
you.
every name of a town is going to be a banger. Just like
Listen,
I can't wait to travel through the bark woods to get to
Missouri
Metal
has a
City.
place called Uranus. Okay, not all of them are gold.
Who doesn't
Kansas
love-
City, great name.
I feel like Uranus is a great name.
We have Miami, Missouri. Not even Miami. It's Miami.
We also
In
have
California,
Versailles,
Missouri.
or as cultured people know it, Versailles.
Versailles. Yeah.
No, hey, y'all down to Versailles?
Nevada.
If you guys follow the Wild
California,
Magic School Bus on
Mexico.
Twitter, tweet at us what your dumb city names are, and we'll look at them over at some point. So, live tweet us right now. Oh,
I mean,
Seattle.
Yeah, imagine live.
Seattle's a fine name.
Named after a great chief of one
That
of
is
the
correct. Yep, named
native
after the
peoples of this country.
Chief Seattle. Yep, real thing. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Gaelwyn explained that if you guys are going to make a stopping point, she suggests Metal City, as it would have more information on the local places if you want to go there. But
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
to give you some context, let me get my travel times. From Mecha City to Metal City, it is by foot, the general travel time, 13 days or 350 miles.
Sounds like a lot of adventure.
That sounds fun.
So
I'm
that
100%
is
down for that.
so that is again just literally by walking on foot to arrive there.
10 days.
So
13 days.
this would be a good time, Calvin, for you to introduce the new game mechanic, which is we are playing in real time. So this will
Montage.
take- yeah, as we only play for an hour
Sorry.
and a half at a time.
This will take 8 hours of travel Welcome to 8 weeks of traveling, 1 day on the road.
Down.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's
How long
how
of travel is
Tolkien
it?
wrote his books, so.
100%. Yeah, 100% of this.
How long?
We're in it
It
right
is
now.
350 miles.
Okay. How many days?
13 days to travel to get there.
Okay.
So that is, so that's to get there. Obviously, if you guys want to use a cart or transportation, that would be reduced.
What about airship?
Airship would be much faster.
Okay.
So basically, you are to go from foot to wagon is roughly half the time. Well, a little more than half the time. And using airship would be almost 3 times as fast. But obviously
So like 7 days and 4 days respectively?
7 days using a wagon or mounts, and 4 days using a airship. And that's just that's to Metal. That's not including wherever Viik-Faraan supposedly is, because again, nobody truly knows where in this group, unfortunately, where it would be.
Do you guys want to fight some land pirates?
Yeah, I mean, so I guess that would be the question. Do we want to try and see if we
Have
can
we ever
get an
traveled in
airship?
wagon before?
I don't think we have. No, we've walked a few places.
We've
but-
walked
I mean,
a couple
we have
places.
a wagon.
You have a wagon.
Yeah. But,
Hey, wagon.
Wagon will not fit all of you. I'm here to tell you
Listen,
right now.
If we want to use an airship at any point in time, we've probably got to get it now here when we know someone
Yes.
who has an airship.
that's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel like maybe we use it while we got it.
And
Because
if we're lucky, it gets destroyed, and then we can have our land adventure.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Well, I don't.
alright, so it sounds like we need to talk to Jimba.
I could. I don't know if Jumbo would be willing to take his ship
His vessel.
that direction. He's mostly flies by sea. That's what he prefers. However, I could probably convince one of our import captains to run a smaller ship to Metal City, and you could find your way from there, I assume?
Is there ballistas on
That
it?
sounds like a really good start.
Or like more like a clipper, smaller, faster.
Import ships would, it would have a few defenses, but not really. They're not designed
No
to...
guns?
Hey,
there might
actually,
be a
we've
few
got a lot
on
of
it.
defenses.
I wouldn't know
We would
personally.
absolutely be the defenses, would
Yeah,
we
I mean, I
not?
point to Balefire. I'm like, this guy's like a walking weapon, so I think.
Yeah, but we don't have a bomb on the ship.
No, I mean, he'd throw the bomb off the ship at the.
What? I thought he was the bomb.
That's what I'm
It's
thinking.
both.
He doesn't immolate himself.
If I explode, it's because I'm gonna die because I can't contain my powers. But I can use fire. I don't just like burst
So what's the
into
adventure with
flames.
you?
It's like
Where's the
directional,
adventure?
you know?
Yeah, I can. It's very
It's
simple.
like
He's
water
not the
whip,
Human
but with
Torch.
fire.
No, there's a human torch.
No.
No, the human torch is what you did that one time in that one town.
Remember?
You had
Remember
those.
all the human torches? You were like, it's too
Yeah.
dark here.
Right,
A lot of
right.
dark
That's not
knights
as
would come
yeah.
at you,
That's not
swinging
as.
swords.
Like,
You said, "Flame on!" and you
Yeah.
human torched them all.
Well, it was dark there. We need some light.
They
some
burn a
light.
long time. You
They
can
do.
party
It's,
all night.
it's surprising how.
I love the idea of the Human Torch, just like someone clapping, and then
Clap on. Okay. So, so Galen...
It didn't work. I can't clap you more.
All right, I'm already dead.
Okay, so Galen offers to provide you guys passage to Metal City, and from there you can find your way to wherever it is you need to go.
Nice.
So, she... Yes.
Return the box.
Thank you. She takes... thank you. Puts it with the rest of her stuff. She actually looks at you as you hand the box. I assume you're wanting to accompany them for the time being. It seems as though they need your services more than I do for the moment.
I can.
Excellent. I don't.
Wow.
I truly don't need your
it kinda
services
seemed
right
like
now.
it was
In
a
fact,
drag.
I would prefer if I had more time not being scrutinized by. No offense to you, obviously, but the less that people are leering about me, the better for the next few days. Give me until tomorrow morning to secure transportation. I'll have to reach out to them this afternoon and see if I can create the plans needed to get you all there. But if you return tomorrow morning, we should have everything arranged. Be prepared to depart then.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, well then I'm going to go buy some things today. A few things I need to get.
Excellent. Get what you need. If you need anything else from me, you know where to find me. One more thing, and she kind of actually picks up the box that Armor gave her, and she opens it up and she goes, being as though you are quite capable, but also beginning to expand your repertoire of places and things that you need to do, I feel it imperative that we remain in touch in case anything happens, or in case I'm in need of your professionalism or unprofessionalism.
Yeah, with the unprofessional, so that'd be a good idea.
Really?
I mean, no one else has come up with a name, and I feel like that sticks more than anything else.
So dumb.
The unprofessionals.
It's at this moment that Glyph pulls out his gun and shoots himself in the head and says, I'm done.
You are.
Every session we run into
You're
this
going to need to
problem.
put a trigger warning at the beginning of the episode now. Because of that.
A literal trigger warning. How do you feel about
I
that?
describe everything that has the potential to have all of those things. Listener discretion is advised. So they are
Having been triggered for the 17th consecutive episode, I regret that.
the 24th consecutive episode. Because remember, we still haven't come up with the name yet.
Yeah, but the first few episodes, I wasn't sure I wanted to be a part of this group, and
Yeah,
by episode 7, I was like,
Fair point,
no,
fair
you
point.
and me are a group.
Oh, in the story, I thought you meant you didn't want to keep playing.
All right, but anyhow, she continues. Being as though we're about to go in far over our heads, what with the Union being involved in, first of all, my involvement in the goings-on of Cuppa Cove, and now this with your ordinance and the use of Emeraldi years ago, I feel as though we need to make sure that nothing goes awry. So I procured this for you, and she pulls out what looks to be a small... basically like a oval-esque vase with a little opening on the top, and you can see ingrained across the top of it are a set of like 6 or 7 runes, and she sets it on the table in front of you guys. It's a little almost like brass or copper bowl, and she sets it on there. She says, I trust you'll find use for this. It is used to, you can use it to communicate across long distances.
Okay, is it waterproof? Just wondering.
Yeah, of course.
I might put it in Portable's tank, safekeeping. I don't know.
But she gives you basically a amalgamation of a sending stone. It's a sending bowl. So you now have the capacity to use the sending spell once a day, using it to contact anybody that you have met within Mecha City, or anybody who would reasonably have access to a sending bowl as well. So,
Nice.
which and at this point would be pretty much everybody you know. So. But she hands that to you.
Man, good.
Take good care of it. They do not come cheaply.
Alright, well then I'm going to look around and say, who would like to hold this expensive and rare artifact? Who else would like to hold this?
Ohiana?
Thank God, yep,
I
sounds
can
good.
take
I'll
it.
give it to Ohiana. I know she's not going to kiss with it recklessly.
Okay.
So.
Is it
I
going to
have
be
not
in
set a
inventory?
president.
Not yet. You could put sending stone in there if you want. A sending stone in there if you want to. But
Precedent.
mine is a little different. Basically, it's if you need to cast sending to talk the 25 words to somebody, you can use the sending spell once a day. That's essentially what it is. So,
It's bullshit.
but yeah, you just make note of that, and like I said, everybody
Yes.
can use it once a day. So,
Please no.
anyhow, so there. But yeah, so you guys are released from your meeting with Galen Tolliver with the instructions to return the following morning, as she's going to secure transportation for you guys to Metal City. So you guys have reduced your travel time from 13 days to 4 days.
Nice.
At least to this section. So a lot faster. Very good. Okay, so preparation time. What are you guys... Anyone needing to do anything before you guys leave
Mystery
the following
potion.
day?
Mystery potion.
Mystery potion?
Being quirky. I have 115 things worth of
Sure.
alchemical supplies. I just want to do mystery
Damn,
potion.
that was precise.
You're just gonna like
I have 115 things of supplies.
I have 150 things to create a
say that?
potion of things.
115 gold pieces
a
worth.
potion of things.
Potion of things. It might be a real thing, actually.
Will, since you don't listen to any of these podcast episodes, I'll just explain to you. When he does that, we have established that there's a narrative like thing that happens. Like it's very creative and clever and intense. So
What?
I honest to God, I think Drew just saw that as a vessel with which to out you.
correct.
Oh, yeah,
Correct. That was all that was.
Yeah, it wasn't anything against you.
Oh, I'm busy studying for school stuff. Well, school's out for summer, bro.
Hell yeah, we're gonna go shred some gnar.
Shred some gnar.
Okay, so
Gnar shredding.
you are
Listen
going
to
to
the
go ahead and
show.
use your alchemy kit to try to create a potion of some kind.
Yes. How much gold does it cost to do mystery?
Well, here's the kicker. Usually, I know what the cost of a potion is, so I can tell you that it's reduced. But
I'm winging it. I don't know what to do. You want to like roll like a d20 or something, and
you know what? Roll a D. Let me think. How much you have? 150 gold.
115.
115.
Yes. Let's wait. I actually have actual gold. I could convert into that if that would be easier.
No, that's fine. Let's do this. Let's roll a D4.
Okay.
And we'll do it this way.
Okay.
Let's do a D8. Let's do it that way. That'll be more fun. I'll give you more chances. On a 1 or a 2, 25. 3 and 4, 50. 4, 5 and 6.
Up to 100. Because there's 4 quarters in what you're describing.
Correct. Yes, up to 100. Yeah, so.
Fuck. 100.
Alright, you use 100 of your 115 gold.
Sorry, that was really subdued, just curse, just like...
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens. It's alright.
Alright, this is iconic. I have 15...
What happens when you play fast and loose with your random potion making?
Guys, but it's fun!
I just threw some stuff in the bag and shook it up.
Do you want to actually, like... Do you want to just...
I can roll, like, herbalism check or something.
No, that's fine, because I'm just going to roll on the table, because you'll succeed. But I just want to know, do you want to role play kind of like you did last time, or are you just tinkering for right now? Because last time you had like a reason to like distract yourself. I don't know if you're doing
this
that
time. No, Lucius is chilling. I think he's vibing with everyone really well. I think he's just like, gonna do his own thing.
Sure, that's totally fine.
Actually, can I borrow Pothole just to be my little assistant for a little bit?
Yeah, I mean,
you can watch.
You can ask him, but if he says yes, I don't have a problem. It's kind of like a free day for.
You want to be my assistant for this magical experiment?
Yeah, I mean, if he says you can go in the sewers afterwards, but you've got to do what he needs you to do first.
You are your own monster.
All right. I mean, you hold these very like noxious and like very volatile chemicals. Well, like, you're doing great. Okay, now pour that in. Not that fast.
It's little nervous bubbles coming out from his tank.
We will blow up if you do not.
What if he just pours them all in his tank?
Oh my gosh! Now I'm picturing the Hurt Locker, but it's Pothole.
Oh
instead of Jeremy Renner.
He's just sweating, just like I don't know what to do.
No music, just. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going to go ahead. All right. So you spend
100.
You spend 100 gold and
a lot.
Most of the afternoon experimenting and working on stuff until you come out with a potion of some kind. Go ahead and we'll do it like this. Go ahead and roll a D10 for me first.
I've played D&D in such a long time. I was like, what the hell is that one?
All right.
5.
Okay, 5.
Okay.
Okay. And then go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
D-Hundo.
Yes.
Both of them? Yeah. Thank you, Will. 2. I think, right?
2?
Oh, no, never mind. I lied. I'm reading it upside down. 62.
62. All right. Just a second.
So you read a 6.
I've been working at Pizza Place. I haven't been playing D&D.
Welcome to Pizza Planet.
Pizza Planet.
All right.
I love that. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead and roll another D10. This is fun.
Oh gosh.
9.
9. Okay.
It's gonna be so cool.
Claw has chosen.
It's gonna be a laxative, guys. It's gonna be 100
And
gold
then-
worth of laxative. It's gonna work super effectively. It's just a laxative.
Oh.
Potion of shitting.
Oh, okay, no. You're 9? Yeah. Okay, so you create so as you're working at one point, you're putting some stuff together and you're stopping for a moment and like thinking, and you hear, oh gosh, I was going to say Fieri, but that's not it. Farai. I added
No, I didn't remember either. So.
It's Farai. I added an extra symbol. You hear Farai. You hear Farai become interested in what you're doing at one point, and you hear this voice in the back of your head. Is
you know.
Yeah.
There was a time when I spoke with the ancients from the Emerald Isles. We created a type of elixir that could extract information from people. Perhaps with whatever it is you're doing here, we could recreate something like that. It was a mage by the name of Sphinxes that taught me this.
And after about an hour of kind of giving you some pointers, you create what's known as Sphinx's Truth.
Sphinx's Truth?
Yes.
That's actually super convenient for like what we do. Like actually,
really cool.
That sounds really
Elixir
fun.
of Sphinx's Truth. Now, however, as you finish it, you notice that as you're done, like as you're shaking it, you notice that like the kind of strange orangish glow of this liquid. It looks almost like a carbonated liquid with like some flecks of like blue in it. But you notice the blue as it kind of gives off this kind of slight glow as it is now, slightly magical. You notice that the blue flecks are like pulsing sporadically, or like they.
Baja Blast, my guy.
The boozy kind.
I said orange with blue flecks, not.
The blue flecks are the Baja Blast flavored flecks.
Baja Blast is like teal. It's
The
not
Baja
blue.
Blast flecks.
Anyhow,
Both flecks.
they seem to pulse sporadically, growing stronger at one moment and then wear almost like dissipating another moment, but then reappearing. And you hear Fiera kind of like listening in the background as you're looking at this.
Interesting. We'll see what it does.
And then fades away. Yeah.
I got an orange potion. It looks like Fanta.
As you look around at these scattered materials and components that you have squandered away.
Butthole's just like traumatized with like how like scared.
Holding like 4 beakers, just like staring into the abyss.
Still shaking like he held.
I open up the casket and I just like it's like you can put your hand there, it's fine. Like.
Okay.
Bring me their souls.
That's what,
like his Therion goes through the thing and pats Pothole on his proper head or something. Like,
oh my gosh.
it's like wholesome boss creepy,
okay.
which is my brand.
Yes.
Hand back and
Adorable but terrifying.
Yes.
Okay, so you have created a elixir. Good for you.
If you enjoy classic D&D and dark fantasy in the tradition of Martin, Tolkien, or Vance, you might enjoy Tale of the Manticore. It's a mashup between an actual play and radio-style storytelling. Made for a mature audience, Tale of the Manticore pulls no punches and lets the dice decide where the story goes, who survives, and who does not. This summer, Tale of the Manticore rolls right into Season 2. There'll be more action, more nostalgic fantasy, and more heartbreak as the dice roll up and probably right over the characters, and the story unfolds as it is being written. If you've wanted to check out the show but the backlog looked like just too much, this is the chance to get into it. I'm starting from scratch. New characters, new plot, same danger. See you this summer.
Is it actually in the
I would like-
Can I actually add it to my inventory?
Maybe. If this table is to be believed, but we'll see.
Sphinx's Truth.
Anything goes. Okay, so you've created that. Now, anybody else?
Yes.
Anyone else want to go shopping for things? Yes.
Well, not
I'll go after Will.
shopping, but like
Okay.
Or Liz, you
gaining information,
Sure.
like at the library or something.
Okay.
We've gone to one of those places before.
Will, you're not in school right now. You don't have to go to the library.
Elmer must gain knowledge.
Not me. He did not pay thousands of dollars.
No, he did not.
Looking to increase intelligence 1 point.
Sunk cost fallacy.
Or at least have certificate that lets people know they can trust me to join the workforce of the American society.
How do you say bingo?
Yeah.
Don't know why.
I am increasing my earning potential with this piece of paper.
Social mobility.
Well, we're glad you're in college, too. It doesn't sound like it in this exact moment, but we're glad that you're better than literally all
We're
of
proud
us.
of you.
Hey, at least you actually graduated with somewhat of a degree.
Hey, you got the
No.
certificate of
That thing that collects dust up there? Yeah, it's great. You don't even see it up there because it's laying down flat. All right, getting back into
Crew
it.
MVP. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
He's prouder of that than he is of his.
True facts. Okay, so you're going to the library to look for information. What is it exactly you're looking for?
So, looking up information about like roaming tribes or prides that kind of wander the lands in between the two cities.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
Go ahead and make a intelligence check for me.
You're so smart and handsome.
Dude, he's like, I'm here for 3 months.
What'd you
I'm
say?
digging in.
Intelligence.
So you're smart and handsome.
Do you,
+2.
Is there something else you'd like to try? If you want
No,
to,
well,
you can
I mean,
argue.
that's-
You can argue for any role. I don't care.
Oh, I mean, no, because that's like the thing that it would be most likely.
Sure.
Did I spell Sphinx wrong?
However you want to spell it, my dude.
Single
it's
digits,
like-
I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
It's an 8.
no.
It's like all consonants.
Eight.
I got
It's like
scammed.
SPH,
Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead because I'm feeling that way. Let's go ahead and do advantage because you were at the library and you were able to
but also, like,
literally ask the Dewey Decimal System.
If he really wants to answer
This
the
one,
question,
pretty
exactly
dice.
who you asked.
Don't scam me.
It's not.
You scammed me. No, I didn't. Whoa, that's a 21.
Nice. Much better.
It looked like a single digit, and I was scared.
Okay, so roving bands. So basically, from what you can tell, there appears to be a couple of, I guess, basically using field reports of different villages and different places, and obviously military strategies too. You can learn that there looks to be a total of 3 well-known groups or places that would be of note that kind of wander. There's first a group of nomads that live in what's called the Crisvale, which is like a more it's the area that's more desert-like in the Brasslands. It's actually further north than anything, which is odd, which you would think the climate would be colder, but it borders Crocodile and is on the far side of the Brasslands. But there's a group of nomads. They don't have a specific name, but they are well known to reside in that desert, and that's where they stay.
Okay.
The other one is there appears to be, other than like your generic like like a band of do-gooders or whatever that would roam the forest. There's not a lot of organized groups. The only other ones would be the Black Hands, which run across the border of Crocodile and the Brasslands. They specialize in smuggling. They usually, if you need to get in or out of one or the other, or you need stuff taken in under less scrupulous eyes, the Black Hands are the ones that will get you there. They operate out of several small cities, but reports indicate that there is possibly a cell of them in Metal City, as that is the closest thing other than Fort Blackhold that gets you there. The only other thing with a 21 is that you do find some offhand reports, like some side notes of something that has been talked about a few times, but the name of the Rove comes back too.
The what?
The Rove.
Wait.
It's all held in legend. Nothing has been proven, but it seems like there have been indications that people have seen or heard of this strange kind of city or roving group of people being spotted out in like the wide plains of the Brasslands from time to time. However, most of these reports are very dated, and again, it's all kind of like second and third hand knowledge.
Okay.
So, but with the 21, it has been said. One interesting thing to note is that the latest report, the earliest report, which was from probably 2.5 years ago, said that in a large open field, there was a massive indent in the ground, like a depression in the ground, and people had reported like claiming to see the Rove at one point before it was dismissed as a weather phenomenon. But
so there was a specific group that I was looking for,
and
if it would be possible, even like trying to find something about this.
Okay. What group are you looking for specifically? You can definitely do that.
The Sundered Earth Pride.
Yes. I'm trying to think of a way to describe. I'm trying to think of if you would be able to find one or the other, or collectively find them. I'd say go ahead and make another. This one, do a history check for this one. I will say as you.
Ooh, well, I'm. This is not Fey Fiends or Undead.
No.
Dang, it's not advantage.
Unless you are.
Gosh, why do I roll this dice? 9.
I don't know. 9. Nothing in the Brasslands has note of the. I'm sorry, I was going to say the wrong thing. The Sundered
Earth.
The Sundered Earth. Thank you. There is nothing in the Brasslands records that indicate the Sundered Earth.
Okay. That's all I wanted.
Okay.
Will?
Liz,
Anybody else?
I did have something.
Sure.
So kind of a question / a also possibility for Glyph to design something. I'm not sure if it's possible. Some sort of spellcasting focus.
Okay.
To like, not necessarily like a wand or something like that, but something to focus to potentially bump up like my spellcasting abilities.
Absolutely.
Like a +1.
Absolutely.
I do have a boomerang.
You could definitely
But
create
not-
something like that.
Make you a boomerang spellcasting focus.
I mean, I do already have the boomerang, so if there was some way to modify it to add a spellcasting focus, that would be
Sure. Is it
quite
worth by
fun.
turning it into a firearm?
What the hell are you doing?
Is it me?
What? Why? Why?
You sound like
I'm not Nigel Thornberry.
I'm gonna say it, and hopefully you guys laugh. Dark Crystal. That's what you sound like. You sound like this damn
Skeksis?
Yes,
Skeksis.
That's I'm feeling very I just ate the neighbor's cat. Yeah. I have never felt more affirmed.
Sorry, Calvin.
I like how you pointed at her and asked if she's seen the Dark Crystal. She hadn't watched that ever in her life. I had to introduce it to her.
Yeah, because
I grew up on that.
Come on.
Yeah, no.
son.
I have nightmares about Skeksis.
I had nightmares about the walking, like the butterfly walking, like the tall-legged ones.
I feel
like
I
those.
need to add this
Their
to my
shrieks, is
list.
what, the Landstrider are. They
It's a
scared
fever
me.
dream.
Okay.
Their shrieks is what scared me.
Might be high when I watch
So,
it.
and then the,
No,
and then the
I don't
giant,
think so.
giant hermit
Okay.
crabs were also
I would. It
terrifying.
might be
Figured it out.
scary.
Okay. Noted.
But I digress. All right, so you're looking for a focus for that. So go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me just to start this off, and we'll go from there.
Do something little.
Like I think all this is going on while I'm just traumatizing Paul.
Yeah, you guys are having a great time.
We're bonding.
Reading books while you're
15?
freaking
15. You would know, first and foremost, when it comes to creating a focus in order to direct your magics into something a little more potent, what you need first, you can build any kind of contraption to do that. You need some sort of a catalyst for that, usually in the form of a gem or a crystal of some kind.
Okay.
Usually is a great conduit of that.
Beautiful.
Anything with magical I want to say ability, but basically things that can absorb magics well would work well for that. But yeah, that's just basic Arcana 101 is just something that would redirect the magic, would do that very, very well.
Okay.
Obviously, you can use, like I said, gems of varying values and stuff like that. But who knows? This is the city where anything's possible. There's probably a lot of stuff here.
Sisters crystal. What would that do?
Ooh. I still have mine.
I also still have mine.
We're flush with those crystals.
Yeah, we are stacked to the gills with crystals.
Glyph, what do you think would be...
As far as like giving you something through which to, well, I can't do anything major for you. I could maybe do something somewhat simple. Is this
Any particular... Would a Moon Sister crystal suffice, or would...
I need you to roll an
I need to get something more...
14.
14, not bad.
Not luxurious, per se, but something of higher quality, perhaps?
I mean, you could use a Moon Sister crystal, but here's the thing: it'd be pretty unpredictable what it would or would not do, because you don't know. So if you wanted to have that, like, with it, in case of emergency, like break glass, break crystal. But I would recommend something a little more
stable.
Yeah, probably. If you're going to use it as a focus.
With a 14, you would know two things. First, all you would need to design is some sort of contraption that would contain the magic and allow the focal point to pass through. Very easy to do. You do that all the time with your magics anyway.
Yeah.
But this would just be allowing her to channel it through, which is a little bit different, but shouldn't be too difficult. The other thing you know is that there is one other material that would be a great conduit for magic.
Okay.
I want to see if anybody actually remembers. Black steel.
Black steel, so close. Dang it.
Damascus, dang.
I mean, if you'd like, I could make you something right now that would work well enough. Or there's something that the dwarves are actually, they've got that's pretty proprietary. We could maybe get a hold of it if we did them a favour, and I could make you a banger one. So it's kind of up to you.
Yeah, I'm open to that, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yep. I'll start drawing some shit up, but yeah, can't really make it till we get the black steel, and it's a crapshoot. So if we run into them and they don't want to give it to us, I mean, we could just do something else.
What if it was a sword made of solid fire?
I don't think that's.
Would it burn to hold?
Would it be more beneficial for me to look for some sort of crystal here?
Yeah, if you could find just any sort of minor magical device, I could find some an interesting way to kind of use your style to put it into something until we get the better stuff.
I would like to find some sort of crystal somewhere. We don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make a
Reiki check.
Findy check.
Make an investigation check for me.
That's a
Would be so
findy
kind.
It's a finding check.
It is a findy check.
Reiki check.
You said investigation?
Correct.
Okay.
I love this one.
That's a dirty 20.
Liz!
You and
Holy
Liz.
crap!
As you
Double digits, man.
are wandering through the city,
Will Wheaton?
is anyone going with you?
Gone.
Or you just,
Whoever would like to come.
Sure.
I'm busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got other stuff to pick up, so I'll probably go too. If we go.
so you guys are out and about looking at stuff? Okay, cool. So the four of you are moving through you guys are going through your
Did I spread
area.
out
You guys
potions
are
already from like last time I made potions. Like recheck your inventory.
Yes.
You guys are going out and about in the town. At one point, you stop at you're at the scrapyard, the kind of the bazaar area of this place, trying to see if you can find anything here before you head to the more established places. And obviously, Lavish to Bars is probably the ideal place if you truly want something. But looking around here, you're walking around, and all of a sudden you hear the sound of somebody talking, and they seem to be having a conversation with about 2 or 3 individuals, and they seem like they're very, very like there's like a lot of like charismatic energy coming off of them just from like walking past them. So you're like, maybe they're selling something interesting. I don't know. They just catch you that way. So you walk to this seemly little tent with these homemade stands and benches. And as these 2 customers finish what they're doing and walk away, you can see turning around the broad shoulders and the slick back hair of a hobgoblin, one that you haven't seen in a while. But smiling broadly, he goes,
No way.
"Oh my gosh, guys! It's so great to see you."
How's
Brandon.
Crandon Belly, the hobgoblin
He's in
scavenger.
Mecca City?
Well, you're not there, so you can.
Well, I'm just asking out of character.
Apparently he is.
This is awesome because I
They're
looked in
collective,
my
actually.
inventory literally earlier to see what all I had, and under other possessions I have community gold and 1 Crandon favor.
Oh,
So this is the perfect time to.
Anyhow, he sees the 3 of you. He's like, "Guys, I am so glad you guys are here. You don't know how much this means to me. What are you guys doing here? What's going on?"
How's your heart?
He's like,
how's your heart doing?
You know what? My heart is okay, but my soul is better. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
That's
I
great.
appreciate
You should
that.
try killing somebody or something.
You kill him with kindness. That's all you need.
I wish I could kill him.
Is that the name of a sword or something?
Yeah, Crandon, I don't want to be that guy, but last time we met, I kind of gave you a bunch of stuff, and you said, "Oh, I'll owe you one, mate."
Absolutely, yes, and thank you for all of that stuff that you gave me.
Oh, Yana, never mind. You're not getting it. No, I'm gonna power through for the
whatever you guys need. Crandon Belly can get you guys.
So here's the thing, Crandon.
Let's go back to an inn and talk about this for hours in great detail.
We could get coffee if you. Oh, I can't leave my tent.
You hear the clicking of a gun under his scarf.
Paul reaches up and just pulls your hand.
Paul
reaches up and just pulls your hand away.
Now I'm holding Pothole's hand at this stall. He's got a balloon in his other hand.
Crandon looks at all of
That's
you.
how you find him in a crowd.
Crandon looks at all of you. What can I do for you guys?
Right, so I'm gonna make something from my friend Ohiana. It's like a spellcasting focus, means of magnifying her magical capabilities into something.
That is great of you. That truly is.
If you could find something for us, that would be fantastic.
I'm sure what is it you're looking for?
Some sort of crystal, perhaps, that has innate magical properties of some sort.
To be able to, as a conduit for what you're, you know what? I love that. I love that you're creating that. We're gonna create this
like the heart of a star.
We're gonna create. I don't have the heart of a star, but I love where you're going with that. Keep that energy alive. All right, you keep that and you take that with you wherever you go.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, man. Gosh, I love you guys. I mean, I really, really do. Okay, let me see what I've got. So, Crandon Belly turns around.
That's inside of me wants to disintegrate him. Like the little what's left of him. You choking that ice, bro?
Did you eat some undercooked rice too?
No. Crandon turns around and goes, "Now, when I do this for you, I assume this means that our favor is done and done, right?"
Yeah, it was square. It's kind of like we'd never really even have to talk to you. Actually, I might talk to you about something else also. Not my soul.
Perfect.
Don't. Calm it down. But
you know what? When the time is right, man. When the time is right.
Probably won't ever.
All right. Hopefully this can be something that you use. And he sets down in front of you a perfectly square cube of the darkest material you've ever
way.
seen.
Vanta Black?
Think of like a Vanta Black Damascus, as it says before you.
Wait, he has black steel?
He has a small cube of
That's
black steel.
so good.
Because that mother trucker rolled a natural 20.
Wow. Yeah. Cash that favor in. My soul's doing great, mate. Thank you.
My guess is that he has, like, salvaged little bits of black
Well, you
steel.
gave him
all
gave
the
him those
scraps.
scrap pieces of black steel, and he has condensed
I'm
it.
guessing he just does that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's a recycler.
Which, if anybody follows my lore, is like, that's not possible. Only dwarves can refine black steel. Yeah, well, Crandon Belly's special, all right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe he knows a couple
Also, there's techniques. It's not like some racial aptitude.
Listen, he knows dwarves.
I mean, probably it is actually.
It actually
It is a racial aptitude thing.
Yeah,
They probably have techniques to teach other people, guys.
I think he just knows people.
He does.
He knows dwarves too.
people.
Look at
He's
him.
incredibly well connected for an intolerant hobgoblin.
He's so lovable.
But anyhow, he sets that before he goes,
Yeah, whoops.
I really hope that this is something that you can use, and I just appreciate you guys just being great people,
Yeah,
Man,
right,
this is
okay.
great. You should, man. I feel like the local business organization should
We have
honor you greatly.
we have a group of people already. I'm here to make connections.
You know what you should do?
If they have a dinner where they honor new business owners and they're really bringing great things to the community, they should,
You know,
You deserve that.
I'm just here to bring a little bit of joy to everyone in my
Hey,
life.
do you do any
So,
alchemy? Any brewing of any kind?
I've been known to do a little bit.
You should find a way to bottle this. Brew it, bottle it, put it in a stopper, and then throw it off a ship so no one ever has to, deal with
I
it.
love it. So it can spread out to more people down below. I love that.
Yeah,
I love it.
infect everything.
a rain of joy.
A golden shower.
Just raining
courtesy
joy
of
to
Crandon
everyone.
Belly.
No.
Just raining joy
That's a great
to
name.
everyone.
Nope.
To everyone around.
Chocolate rain.
The other thing I wanted to talk to him about.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Do you really?
I hate that he never listens to this podcast because there's 4 episodes where we've just
Dog
spoken,
on him.
like glowingly while simultaneously dunking on him.
There's no
No,
Crandon Belly that listens to this podcast. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No. So I gestured a pothole and I just asked him like if he's got any thoughts on ways to improve the design because this is like pothole .1.
Mm-hmm.
So if he's got anything that he thinks would help pothole .2.
Okay. What, anything in particular, or you're just looking for upgrades?
I mean, the design's kind of rudimentary. The joints, they work, but I don't think it's probably the best kind of joints. It's. I don't think size is an issue. He's kind of small as it is.
He's
So,
fast and agile.
well, I just want to make sure that he's okay to take a hit.
Do you roll another nat 20?
No.
Oh my gosh, Pothole's about to turn into a
It almost did.
Megazord.
It almost did. No. So, Crandon looks at you and goes, "You know what? I think I can help you with that." And he reaches down and pulls up a small box and sets it in front of you, and pulls it back. And it looks to be a mishmash of vegetables. And kind of slides that towards you and goes, I think this will be exactly what you need for your buddy.
Cool, good talk. Hey, is there anywhere else you guys needed to go? I've got a couple things I need to get, so...
Wait, are you saying Pothole needs to improve his diet?
I'm saying that whatever's in that box is going to be exactly what you need for creating the best version of Pothole that you can create.
I'm going to take a look in the box.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if you want to look at it.
He digs around in the box.
Okay.
Real good.
Make an investigation check.
What's in the box?
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. 15.
15. I mean, it seems like a normal box. It's got it's a standard wood box. It's got some vegetables in it. You immediately notice that it is deeper than the vegetables are.
Freaking box of holding. Yes. I mean, it's cumbersome, but...
Is there anything else?
He reaches into it and...
Cucumbers?
As you like starting to put the vegetables aside, Krenin puts his hand on it and just kind of looks at you and goes, "You should do that where you have the space to do so."
Oh my god! I cast a mental message to him like, "Is there a Gatling gun underneath those vegetables?"
He responds back, "Not here."
He's actually smuggling stuff under green peppers.
Gosh, this guy's awesome. Damn it.
Okay.
It pains me to say that.
All right. All right. So you take the box and your cube of black iron or black steel, and you're gone.
So I need to pick up a couple things.
Sure.
I'm gonna start making the. I haven't decided what officially to call it, but essentially, I want to adapt my pistol to have longer range capabilities.
Sure.
So I would need some wood for the frame.
Yep.
Some tubing for the rifling barrel.
Yep.
And then simple iron sights for now. I might try and upgrade
later. Make an investigation check, and we'll see how much it'll cost you to find all that. Because all of that's findable.
Hey, buddy. 10.
Not great. It's
Burning my inspiration.
Okay.
The exact same roll. Holy crap.
Oh,
10.
wow. 10. Okay. You can find what you need. You can either find raw materials, which will be a little bit cheaper, but take more time to build.
That's fine. I'm thinking like there's the 4-day journey on the ship.
Sure. So I will say all of that total is going to run you 35 gold.
I know that.
All that stuff. I mean, but you will have to roll to see if you can like use it correctly.
Yeah,
it's
that's fine. So tonight I'd like to roll, if I could, when we get back, to start drawing up the blueprints of that.
Sure. Make a tinkering check using your intelligence.
16.
16. Easy enough to do. You blueprints are up. It will help you in the long run figuring out how to put all that together. But heading back to your room as you have that box with you, you can see it is indeed a box full of delicious vegetables, but the bottom of it is removable, and underneath there are several automaton components that he has bequeathed to you. He bequeathed you a bunch of automaton components that are not supposed to be out on the streets. That you can use to upgrade Pothole to various things. Essentially, if you decide that you need or want to do basic upgrades, you can do so with lower DCs or advantages depending on what it is.
Okay, so I'll write that down.
Because you now have like legit
I haven't decided
parts.
what I want yet, but now that I have the parts, I'll start.
Now you have the components to do so. Yep, that's what I wanted to give you the opportunity to come up with your own thing. I didn't want to just kind of pigeonhole you into like, oh, you gave him magnetic boots or whatever. So
Hey, Calvin?
Yes, sir.
Can I have a Pepe Sylvia moment real quick?
A what?
Pepe Sylvia. It's like it's all connecting. Like you've seen.
Yes.
Always Sunny?
Yes.
Okay. Cran Belly. Smuggling. Boom. Can do stuff that only dwarves can. Boom. Black Hand. That's it.
I mean, do we know that the Black Hand is dwarves?
Yes.
Last thing I'd like to do before we call tonight.
You don't know that.
Well, I know. I'm not saying like.
Drew's guess was that the pads of lions are black and.
That's totally possible. I was just thinking that because like, isn't it like in dwarven territory where like they also operate? I was just like thinking because, and also he manipulated black steel. So you might know some dwarves.
From the information that Oromir gathered, Black Hand, the known Black Hand cells operate across the border, and the only known cell, the only well-known cell is in Metal City. Whether or not they have contacts across the border that are Dwarven is unknown at this time, given that this is all Brassland information, and the border between the dwarves and the humans is still very minimal at best.
I'm gonna uncover secrets.
But it's entirely possible. You would assume a smuggling ring has the ability to go across borders, should have contacts across the border. So, but that is a very good assumption to make. So, all right. So with that.
Last thing I'd like to do is real quick talk to Okiana about what it is that she wants me to do with this Black Seal, as far as if she has any idea of what the focus should look like, or if I should just go with what my heart song says.
Sure.
Heart song.
So essentially, I had thought about some sort of mechanism I could hold with my hand that would cast the spell through it, utilizing the crystal, and
Causing damage?
Causing damage, of course.
A gun.
Not exactly a gun.
Perhaps a piece of wood with the
core,
hair of a unicorn.
Not that per
This has
se.
a brand of black steel.
Something.
Black steel
thinking
core,
about
but-
something, if it could focus the spellcasting ability into almost the form of a sword of some sort, that I could almost wield.
Okay, yep, I've got something in mind. Yep.
All right.
A stag.
That will take time to work on too.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll it. Do you want me to do that tonight, or you want me to do that over next Thursday?
We'll do that. You'll do that on your journey because
Okay.
you've done a lot today.
Can I squeeze one thing in?
Yes, you may.
Can Tabidi and the other two Draconians see if they can find some kind of water vessel, liquid vessel that would provide a much larger quantity for Tabidi? Does that check out?
Can we get him a platypus back?
Yes. He uses the water whip spell uses the water he has on hand. It wouldn't increase it to utilize anything because
doesn't make it better to use.
No, because technically the
Okay.
water whip isn't an attack. It doesn't do damage. I believe it just knocks people prone. Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. No,
Never
he
mind,
doesn't need more
It does
water.
all of the damage.
He has enough.
He has plenty. Much like in the last Airbender, the water can grow, or he basically can pull it from other places as well. So, but yeah, he uses his little canteen, and it works just as well. Okay. So, coming to the end of the evening, as you guys prepare to wake up the next day and go to back to the House Tolliver and begin to depart. As you guys are getting ready to bed down for the evening, there's a moment where everyone's having food and drink, and the din of the crowd is beginning to build up as people are beginning to come in for their evening of gambling and
debauchery.
Well, not debauchery, but gambling and testing their luck. There's a moment where the three Draconians are all at the table, and there's a moment where, as they're all sitting there, Balefire is kind of watching everything play out as you two are just kind of having a conversation.
Okay.
And you hear Balefire not really talking to you guys, but talking in so that you guys can hear, obviously. But he's looking out into the crowd as he's speaking. And he goes,
You really think we'll find it? Our home.
I mean, I think at this point it's kind of more a matter of like the place we came from than it is home. Kind of made a new home, but I don't think we would. I don't know.
I'd like to find a home.
Well, if we get back to Viik-Faraan, I think I'll make that a home. A place where all Draconians can stay free of harassment or...
Like maybe we could reorganize and find the rest of them. Bring them back together.
Bring the ordnance back. Now, wouldn't that be something?
I'd be alright with
Under
it.
our own command.
Yeah, that might actually be kind of fun. We'd be the good guys.
We do whatever we want.
Or
No
we
big
be
deal.
the good guys.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Right,
kind of like it's like a fork in the road, like a fork in the tongue. We could either be the good guys or do whatever we want. Good guys don't really do it.
Maybe we want the right thing.
Yeah, maybe whatever we want to do is just the good
let's
guys
find
stuff.
the place
We'll figure
first.
it out. Yeah. We'll workshop it on the way. We got 4 days.
We should keep our eye
he kind of
out.
nods and kind of looks down, and you hear him mumble one more time. He's
Never hunted again.
He just kind of takes another drink and kind of sits back.
All right.
As the evening comes to a close and everyone beds down for the night, there is a moment where everyone's getting rest, whether sleep comes to you quickly or it comes to you. Okay, so some of you it does come quickly. Others, you may have that moment where you're like, it takes you a minute to fall asleep just because
my eyes are still open.
Because your eyes are still open.
Well, that or the fact that I'm trying to think of the words. I apologize. That or the fact that right before you go on a trip, you get really excited the night before.
Yeah. It's like a wanderlust.
What a great word.
As the
two good words put together. Sorry. No.
As the evening comes to an end, everyone's sleeping for the evening. Ohiana.
Yes.
Oh, no.
There's a moment where, as you close your eyes and go to bed, there is a moment of remembrance where the voice of a snarky brother goes, "I would hate to tell her that her sister abandoned her." And as you close your eyes, your mind for a minute goes back to your old home and the family that you left, and even Yadima, and wonder how she is. And as you drift off to sleep, there's a moment where your eyes snap open, you sit up, and you're back in the old shack, the home you grew up in. It's just like it was. The campfire burning in the middle, the smoke passing through the hole in the ceiling, the hammock beds off to one side, and you look around, there's nobody in here, but it's the same as it was the night you left. And then you hear sounds chanting. And you hop out of bed and begin to walk out to the door, trying to figure out what in the world's going on. You're not supposed to be here. You're back in Mecca City. This has just got to be some sort of dream. And as you pull the curtain, as you pull the cloth back from the doorway, you see before you a large crowd, most that you recognize, all standing there, all chanting, mumbling words. Some you understand, some you don't. And you look up and see, lying on a stone altar, the body of a young tiefling that you immediately recognize. And as that happens, you see standing above them, holding their arms out, is someone ceremoniously. Is it Gunam? What would he be? And as the head turns around, you see the large horns begin to burn and these eyes that glow with this eternal flame, and you hear this rumble of a voice.
Welcome back.
You wake up in a cold sweat.
That's not good.
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Jesus.
As we continue our story next time with the road trip to wherever it is we're going to go. But until then, thank you guys so much for playing. What a great night. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you next time on the Wild Magic School Bus. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we did making this for you. You can catch new episodes each Monday on whatever podcasting platform you use. And while you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out. We've got socials too. You can follow us on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus, send us a subtweet at WildMagicSchoolBusPod, or follow our Instagram at WildMagicPod. Either way, stop by and say hi. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time. That's a good way to cut it right there.
Jason
all right.
Statham?
No.
What does
Transporter?
Jack Bauer talk like?
Crank?
Jack Bauer's
Jack
the guy
Bauer
that can
talks
get
like-
across Los Angeles in 20 minutes.
Yeah, but how does he talk?
He talks like this.
He's Batman?
Like every white action.
It's like he's sucking his words through a straw.
Is
No, if he sucks through a straw, it just sounds like
Yeah, you can't speak while doing it. It's really hard.
you can't really move your lips.
What is this, a pan flute or gnomes?
that's horrible.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I think that's a smoker, like smoking, like anti-smoking.
Yeah, that's terrifying. All right.
My bad. Stop.
Go ahead.
Last time on this show, we did stuff.
I thought you were gonna just keep going. I was here for
Do you
it.
have notes? I'll read notes.
Taking a look in the rearview mirror.
I mean, you
Nice.
could read my notes, but it's gonna be hard to like compare what my notes say versus what actually happened because there's kind of like a mishmash of the two. So
As we back up down the highway of game,
Stop at every railroad crossing.